here we go. Back again. Back again. Alright? And today it is Friday. So it's the Friday fix. Would you believe it? But of course, well, as I record this, it is late Friday night. So by the time it comes out, it of course will be Saturday, which I believe is the day that comes after Friday. So I'm told, right? And yeah, today is, would you believe it? Of course, September the 11th. And yeah, I'm sure it's a day that the majority of us will remember well, right? And yeah, that day changed a lot in terms of my mind. But of course, yeah, 9/11 was a total inside job in more ways than one, right? Because they always kill two birds with one stone, or more than two birds with one stone, even. And it's again, hopefully, one day these people, and still today, people die because of this. But hopefully one day they will get the fucking justice that they deserve, right? And it is one of these things where, yeah, you remember the day. I was only 13-year-old, but I remember it clearly. And I was walking home from school. I hadn't heard at school because it was just really early internet days. But as I was walking home, my dad stopped me in his car, his taxi. At the time, he was a taxi driver, my dad Billy, and he was like, I've left the front door open so I could get in, and the TV was on. He had left it on because of what had happened. You see, this is the sort of person my dad was. Watched the news constantly, around the clock, morning news and 10 o'clock news without fail, right? Totally programmed. But yeah, my dad was a great man, but he would have probably believed the majority of stuff he got told on the news for sure. But yeah, he had left it on and was going on about Bin Laden and a terrorist and some attacks. And I was like, right, yeah, okay. And obviously when I got in, it was there on the TV, constantly being played. The planes flying into this building and these people, poor souls, jumping out the fucking window, left with no choice, of course. But the psychological effect on the world from that would be staggering, I'd imagine. And like I said, they always kill more than two birds, even with one stone. It's crazy the effect that would have had. And there is always things that stand out in your mind when you think back to the time, like the fireman. I remember the fireman in his interview talking about the explosions, and I also remember somebody saying, what plane? Saying there wasn't any plane, but then I never seen that one again. But I also remember the very next day, or a couple of days later, reading in the paper about a man who the headline was something like Monday Night Football saved my life. And it was a big headline and a big part of the paper, like this was a big thing. And of course this guy stayed up late the night before he was going to work, so he ended up sleeping in, obviously a bit like me, but he slept in and was late. So on his way to work, the Twin Towers where he worked came down. So basically they were saying that Monday Night Football saved his life, right? But I always remember thinking, even at that time at a young age, that was a kind of non-story. It didn't matter. It was, I mean, what really mattered was a lot more than that. What was going on, who was behind it, things like that. But here we were, the media covering non-stories when all these people had been murdered in the Twin Towers. And to look into the Twin Towers, I'm sure the majority of yous know it inside out, but the Corbett Report is a great place to start. And Bill Cooper is a great man, the late great Bill Cooper, to look into in regards to the Twin Towers, right? But yeah, it is the Friday Fix, so let's get into it. And to begin with, we will touch on this virus, this COVID-19 that they talk of. And still to this day, I haven't met or came across anyone that has it, let alone fucking died from it, right? And BBC today, 1 hour ago, UK epidemic growing as R rate number goes above 1. Dun, dun, dun. Right, so yeah, this is, of course, the masters at the Imperial College, the Bill Gates Imperial College, and the super duper duper computer modelling. Right, so yeah, I'm afraid that will mean bad news in terms of restrictions, and a big lockdown is in the wings, I'm afraid. Another one restriction in the UK, households to be banned from meeting each other, right? So you can't go and meet your friend, forget it. And the rule of 6, right? Why 6, right? What are the new coronavirus restrictions? Well, you can have a group of 6 in a shop, but if it's a group of 6 having fun, or a group of 6 friends socialising, then forget it, right? The virus will get you then, but it won't get you when you're at Asda shopping, right? Sure. And Nicola Sturgeon says that COVID briefings are more important than ever. Now, this is, of course, the Scottish First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, who has a severe and utter hard-on for tyranny, and every day she's on the podium barking absolute nonsense, continuing her fear campaign, and she is, of course, a Rockefeller lapdog, and of that, there is no doubt of that for sure, right? This one here, BBC, 2 days ago, people without symptoms misusing testing, right? So people that haven't even got symptoms are getting tested. This is how fucking scared the sheep are, and now they're getting blamed for a shortage of people that need to be tested. But of course, no one needs to be tested, and take my advice, don't fucking do it, right? The Guardian today, England on knife edge as cases rise and lockdowns grow. Right, but I thought lockdowns helped, but they seem to be fucking increasing the virus. Ain't that something, right? But yeah, there you go. It's obviously nothing. But yeah, the increase of restrictions has never stopped, and I'm afraid it will never stop, and it's only going to get worse. I still reckon October for a nationwide sort of lockdown in the UK. I did say the 18th, which is quite precise, but yeah, who knows, we'll see, right? And moving on to the vaccine, because yeah, would you believe it, the vaccine has been in the news again. What a surprise, right? But yeah, the vaccine, it is coming no matter what, that is for sure. And iNews, the Independent today, the UK Army medics to help NHS deliver biggest vaccination push in British history. So that sounds great, that, does it? The fucking military rocking up to your door. Yeah, hello, here's your vaccination, right? Happy days. I certainly won't be fucking getting it, that's for sure, no matter what, right? That is a definite. They can stand well clear And that goes for me and my family, right? The Guardian one day ago, COVID vaccine, 8,000 jumbo jets needed to deliver doses around the world. Right, so yeah, it's not just the military that's stepping in to help, but yeah, 8,000 fucking jumbo jets. So yeah, like I said, they're going to be producing this vaccine like it's fucking chocolate drops, right? And sticking with the wonderful vaccine, right? The Bill Gates Guardian one day ago. Don't jump to conclusions about the Oxford vaccine trial suspension. Now, what's this? And of course, if you have seen the news this week, the trial has been paused or suspended, if you like. 2 days ago, Evening Standard, coronavirus vaccine trials halted after UK patient falls ill with unexplained illness. Wow, so what could it have been, right? Well, by the sounds of it, it will be GBS, Guillain-Barré syndrome, because the man said in an interview, which most of the media haven't even touched, that he basically couldn't get up, he couldn't move, and he woke up freezing with a seriously high temperature, and I can bet any money he won't be getting a second dose, because that would fucking paralyse him big time. But if he does have GBS, then it's only a matter of time before he will be paralysed, because that's what it does. That's what a vaccine can do to you. And yeah, you're playing Russian roulette when you take a vaccination. That is for sure. Alright, it might stop you from getting a random strain of the fucking flu. But yeah, it might also put you in a wheelchair. So yeah, take your pick, right? And I did also see this. The Guardian one day ago. Boris Johnson's COVID marshals plan criticised as shambolic. So in the UK now, they have the COVID marshals, snakes, to fucking snitch on everyone. So yeah, I'd imagine that there will be some fireworks when I run into one of them, right? If I ever do. If I am lucky enough to, that is. Sure. And I seen this one as well. Breaking news today. And it said mass testing plans would cost £100 billion, says leaked report. Right, so yeah, someone is obviously going to make a killing, if you pardon the pun. And I could imagine that you could guess who that person is. His name's Billy, and it's not my son, right? So yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm sure you can guess who it is. BBC today, furlough must be extended. And this is, of course, the furlough scheme that the government have put in place to support everyone while their job is about to end. But the scheme is about to end. So what's going to happen then? CNN today, the UK government sent millions of workers home during the pandemic. They may never return. Damn straight. And I did say way back at the beginning, the job losses would be well into the millions. And yeah, unfortunately, that I still stand by that. I hope I am wrong, for sure. But the way it's going, it's going to be bad news unless we really do make a stand and say no and not acquiesce, as David Icke would say, if I even said it right. But yeah, in terms of other news, right? And yeah, would you believe it? The moon in the news again. A proper celebrity now. NASA is looking for private companies to help mine the moon. So yeah, mining the earth is not good enough for anyone like NASA. They want to mine the moon and they want companies to help them. But yeah, I'm sure they know what company it will be, right? And we'll touch on that another time. Here's another one. New gravitational lensing study hints at problems for dark matter models. Oh dear. So it looks like the dark matter models has the syndrome, right? So look out for that one. And this one from Sky News. Professor Martin Harrier, British maths genius, right? Like Euclid, the Freemason, of course. Check out my Freemason video if you don't know of Euclid. Anyway, this genius mathematician, he scooped a $3 million prize from Mark Zuckerberg, of all people. Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, why not? So what did the genius figure out? Did he cure cancer? Well, let's see. Professor Martin Harrier from Imperial Bill Gates College, London, has been awarded $3 million from Mark Zuckerberg. Right. Science's foundation for developing equations related to stirring a cup of fucking tea. Right. Another non-story. Of course. Utter fucking nonsense. Right, who cares about stirring a cup of tea? There are massively bigger problems than that in our world to be sorting out. How about prizes for sorting out things that actually fucking matter, right? How about that, Zuckerberg, right? If you're listening, you absolute fucking rocket that you are. Anyway, I did see this as well in the news today. The tech behind the mind-reading pangolin dress could lead to wireless and batteryless exoskeleton control. Wow. So yeah, it's all getting a bit futuristic now for sure. And this, of course, coincides with the Rocket Man's fucking brain chip, right? Which we will get into next week. But sticking with the fantastic dress, right? In case you want to buy one for your wife or for yourself, even these days, who knows, right? But yeah, the pangolin dress determines whether the wearer is one of a number of mental states, including stressed, neutral, and meditative, and expresses this through motion and light. The dress itself was created by designer Whipperchet, who previously wrote for IEE Spectrum, wow, about her collaboration with G-Tech in designing the unicorn headset. Wow, ain't that a surprise? Intended to help therapists tune programs for children with ADHD. Problem, reaction, solution. And that is exactly what that fucking is, right? They created the problem. Well, there you go. They've now got the solution. How fucking fitting. And yeah, that's the dress. So if it tickles your fancy, there you go, right? And finally, for today, I thought I would share this one here that I seen. Prolific North, 14 hours ago. Hull Group raises £80 million to take smart cities to the next level. Damn straight. And I have seen this quite a lot. So yeah, I think it is again time for an update on smart cities. Because yeah, that's the way it's fucking heading. And there ain't two ways about it. That is where it's going, no matter what. And they will get you in a smart city one way or another. They will either smoke you out or fucking starve you out, right? But one way or another, they are going to force everyone into a smart city. And I have touched on smart cities before, so if you've not seen it, I will link the video in and you can check it out. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I will be back again on Sunday. So yeah, enjoy your weekend as much as you can. And yeah, whatever you do, don't wear a mask, alright? Fuck the tyranny. And that is about it. Bye-bye.